Hello, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is October the 22nd at almost 10 o'clock p.m. Where I'm at. I got back from town and I'm here now, where I am staying at. Now, the reason I am making this video because um, uh, I got an email from Congressman Mark O'Connell. It's the congressman for the 41st district of California, which is Riverside, basically, County of Riverside, and the Inland Empire, part of the San Bernardino also. And the report is about why being poor never adds up. Now, I'm gonna go line by line about what the congressman uh, his report all about. But with due all respect, I strongly disagree. From personal experiences and actual people in the streets that been victimized and been robbed of their livelihood, first and foremost by the counties and the state. Every county I went to. Now, it's a sad story and it's going all over the country. Anywhere you go, some places are a lot worse than California. Okay. And what is baffling me and what's alarming that the politicians still thinking they have all these statistics and all these reports and all this raising the minimum wage, but they never tackle the real problem. It's an inequality of our society. It is corporate America that is praying, and the state is helping them. The state actually doing all the dirty work for corporate America. Why I'm saying that again? It's all life experiences. Let's take because I want to streamline and I want to I get so emotional and I jump from one subject to the other, but I wanted to really list the programs or the yeah, the programs or the social services that the people are entitled to. The first one I wanted to bring to the attention is the I'm going to start from up and go down. Social Security Administration, Social Security for Medicare and Americans with Disability Act of 1990. Okay, I am a recipient, and I gone through the procedure and the process since 2008. 2008, and it's not because I choose to. It was again work-related injuries. Inherited all these problems from the stress that I endure at work. And then after that, the crimes that followed to retaliate for the complaints that I filed. And we already know that. I've been, I've been talking about that for the last year and a half. Now, the the federal government, the Social Security Administration, they have their doctors, and it's nearly impossible. It doesn't matter what happened. they always say, "Oh, well, it's not you don't have any disability. You can work here and you can do this and you can do that." They told me that I can be in a warehouse and just take an inventory or some. After I was in the car business making, a steady, I would say around 80 grand a year, steady from 2000 from 1990. Well, let's say from 1995 until 2008. Steady for the time that I've been working. And then they tell me to go and work as a clerk in a warehouse, and that's what I'm good for now. Now, again, I don't want to focus on my case. Never mind. Now, it's nearly impossible, and they will commit every crime and justify it and say, oh, well, this is, they spy on you, they get your family to testify, false testifying, because they pressure them and they intimidate them and they tell them that we're going to take your children to they're going to take the children anyway. They hijack the children to put them in the system, the CPS, the children, the Department of Unprotected uh, Children, or yeah. Anyway, you see how bent out of shape I am. Okay, so this is what happened with the Social Security again. You become, Now in the process, you got no health coverage, and that's before the Obamacare. Let's say, let's be clear here. You have no health coverage, you have no income, you have no food stamps, general relief, nothing, and you have no other choice but to go on the street. Now, they have the MSI and Riverside, healthy Riverside or whatever, and every county have their own program that the federal government was funding for the people that they didn't have any medical coverage, okay, or medical care. Okay, that's so when you're waiting, it doesn't matter what your issue is, then you have no coverage. Now, let's go to single parents with children. From the, I would say, started really in the 90s. It took them a while, from the 80s, early 80s, Reagan, uh, when he came, conservatives took over and the uh, handed us to corporate America, banks and all telecommunications and Disneyland and Walmart and all that, and it become agreeable that people will work like the plantations. Just not even that, because in plantations they used to feed them, shelter them, and even the children, they don't go to school and anything, but they feed them, clothe them, and shelter them. Now there is no food there. They took care of their medical needs. There is no food, there is no medical needs, there is no shelter, okay, and there is no cloth, and the very few pennies that they're getting, the banks are getting a hold of it. The banks are taking the money, okay, putting them the non-sufficient sum, and we already talked about that, okay. So why are we are why are everybody is insulting our intelligent congressman? Why are you doing? You telling me government assistance is available to those living in poverty, but to make but making ends meet is difficult when with that support to the people living in near poverty or near poverty, no amount to, and I'm gonna post that that email that I received to uh, to answer a survey or what have you. Please. Now, we talked about Medicare and we talk about Medicare, Social Security Administration. We talk about the state and all the social services and support that is supposed to be. Single moms that they or dads, the single parents that they are living in poverty, homeless, and I encountered many of them personally. I know people I know. Okay, children. Some of them are six children in the street. More than that, eight, because there's a couple of them they are almost 18. So please, now you go to the assistance from the nonprofit Access and the Settleback and SOS and all these places that they're supposed to be providing social services for the needy, paying uplift and many of them. There are too many of them, and they're all thieves, clowns, fraud, and taking the money in people's names, and they have no conscience. They just committing the crimes, and they see the pain. They see that these people they can barely make it, and they don't care. They feel good about themselves that they are that many people are suffering and living in poverty, and they're stealing their money. Now you go to these places, and it's nearly impossible. I will go stand in the corner by the freeway, and panhandle rather than to go to and ask for assistance from the social services or from any of these clowns, any of this fraud. That they play your mind, they take the fraud. You fill the application, you give them all the proof that they need, everything. They make copies of it, and in a week or two, they forget. They don't even, they take the things and keep it, and get the funds from the federal government or wherever they're getting the funds from, and then they all say, oh well, you have to reapply, and you have to bring back your citizenship proof, this and proof that and proof that. And this is in everything, even the access program here. I went and I got it from LA, and and they giving you tickets, and in the metro link, in the metro, and in the train, and everywhere you go, tickets. They ticket you up to the gazoo. They ticket you to death, and again, the people in poverty. Now, I went to the community action partner and the county of whatever, and I went to the share, and I went to care, and I went don't care. I went everywhere to get assistance to pay my utilities or things, even the food banks. They to get it's nearly impossible, and these people are getting the funds and committing the crimes. And the state is the one on the top of the food chain. They have all these .orgs, and they are working for them, allocating the money to them, and then they getting their cut. The state is the one that is the biggest villain. Of course, and the federal government is bigger, but because we are in the state of California, we're dealing with the state of California. All right. Housing, Department of Homelessness, HUD, Section 8. Congressman here said that there is 80 family, here you go, I read it somewhere else in the housing. But anyway, they said that there is 82 families, HUD homes for 8,200 or, yeah, 8,200 or 80, yeah, 8,200 families. Let me go back to the other previous page. But anyway, you can see the numbers, and I don't want to get myself all, but homeless families are 300 or what have you. So there is how many they're going to be? Well, the housing authority in every city I went to or every county that I went to, They are the one that they committing the crimes. These franchise people make it nearly impossible for them to get the apartment. But of course, they work with the management companies or the landlords, all right? And then the voucher expire, and then people are in the streets. And then they said, "Oh well, you didn't pay Edison." When Edison is supposed to be paid share, they're supposed to pay Edison because people are low income and they deserve and they earn this assistance. All right. So all of this, the people, the single families, and the elderly, and everyone, all these recipients, they don't have a choice, guys. They don't have the ability. They don't have the right to live, the simple right, the basic necessities that is needed for them to survive. On top of that, not only that, but on top of that, they are put in the system as an account. Perfect example, this Metrolink ticket. I could not get the ticket from the thing, and even if I didn't, well, the government is subsidizing these trains and this mass trans a lot of money. So what they're getting, whether they get it, this is the just uh, the cream of the pie, I guess. This is on top. They take that, and they treat people like they are, like the criminals. They want to rob them. They are setting them up so they can make more revenue from people. 193, almost $200 for the ticket because $5 ticket. Okay, and I was in my way to get my access they are the one robbing me or robbing the masses, millions of us, by denying them this, prove this and prove that and prove this. Everything is for sale now. You have to prove, you have to prove, you have to prove, and they have the proof. They have everything about us, and they doing that to commit this, to continue to commit the crimes. And then they have all these reports and give us your opinion and this and that. And I know that this is not gonna nowhere. It's going nowhere, congressman, because the problem is not. And they said the economy is doing robust and is doing fine and everything is beautiful, and but still the percentage of poverty is going way up, and for and all of these numbers are all what percentage in 2014 with a peak of 17.8% in 2012 from 2000. What, I don't know what the writing is, 17.1, and then anyway, so but 178,000 children that they have poverty in the county of Riverside. All right, 300 some adults uh, that they are living, and these numbers are I don't even trust. Okay, it's a lot of people out there in every aspects of life, been victimized, been robbed of their livelihood, crimes being committed against them by the county. They deny people social services. They deny them in-home service support. They deny them food stamps. They deny them to pay their utility bill that they are entitled to. They even the code enforcement and the violations of fire hazards and all that by the landlords, the county and the city are the one that they are doing that to people. The landlords, they don't have to do anything because they're collecting the money. The city is collecting the money from the tenants, not from the landlords. The last apartment that the nonprofit rented for me, it was like again $14 average for my utility, my electricity. That's it, and I used to get almost $80 bill monthly. My usage was max $14 a month. It's unbelievable. Riverside Utilities, and I already made a video about that. So please, and all of these problems and all of this is caused by the state is preying on the most vulnerable. Now, not to mention the one pay loan and the car dealerships when they are victimizing people and garnishing their salary. It is unbelievable, unbelievable. And they're going around telling us, oh, well, the problem in the poverty and this and that. Oh, let's not talk about infecting them and drugging them and doing everything possible. Imprisonment, putting them in the system, juvenile, and so on. Everything, everything is just to keep going, to tag the people and keep them there. Child support, the domestic violence, CPS, all of this. Is it CPS? Child Protective Services. Yeah, I'm sorry. Child Unprotected Services. All of these are designed to get people to put them in the system so the funds can be rolling and keeping them there and have the court system and everything. It's just an evil way of enslaving the masses economically and otherwise, and have the audacity to sit there and insult our intelligent executive summary of, what have you. I'm gonna send you this video with my survey, sir. Appreciate it. And I just want to take the time to make that video, and it's gonna go on YouTube and reach as many officials. And I know it's not gonna make any difference. It's not. It's not gonna make any difference. So please, again, you know what's the problem is, and you know who is the one that is committing the crimes against the masses, and start doing really do some about it. All of the politicians start doing some about it. This is not right. It's not right. What you're doing to the American people, and then coming and he's just giving us a report, maybe because of the elections coming and you wanted some kind of support or anyway. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.